It's a live. We gonna sleep. I am way up on the camera, but it's all good. It's gonna be what it's gonna be tonight. Cause it won't even gonna be. And I'm a little late. And Deco told me that I'm not gonna be the little late one. I'm gonna be the on time. Irma Gersh, y'all. Un momento. Please and thank yous. Y'all know I'm just trying to share it to the Facebook. Why it don't want to come up? Oh, okay, there we go. Welcome, people. Hello, welcome. Y'all, look at me doing things and stuff. I'm getting ready to prepare to take it to the next level. Welcome, y'all. Sylvie414. I is Sylvie, your rough edge lady. And I probably have not said this in quite some time. And I feel warned because my girlfriend told me you sound like you is dog tired, and I is. Oh my goodness. Trying to recoup from Mother's Day, like I really recoup. Like, oh, this is really the first time that I've been live from a new place, y'all. No furniture, you know. Look, I seen people get talked about up here. Talk about storming road because he was on his air mattress. I'm on my air mattress. I don't have no furniture in my new place whatsoever. I went from a room to a whole apartment, just like I just told someone. So I'm good with no furniture right now because it'll come. I got a chair. I got a mic. I got a device or two. And I got me a whole this thing right here. I was saving the best for last and I still can't think of the name of it. You know, it's holding my device. It'll come. A light. That part. Oh my goodness, y'all. I hope y'all are having a magnificent day. My day has been productive. Y'all see I look. My shirt is not shirting right. Like it just keeps shirting the way that it wants to because it did not want to have to shirt in public today. Bet glitter and gold called glitter and gold had called, you guys. Sylvia ain't been on this piece in quite some time. And when she had left, I believe she was talking about a little bit of what she get ready to talk about again tonight. Because I just want to hit back on some things because this is still some things that's going on. And I ain't broke up nary a video about it. Did I? Maybe a little bit. I don't know. But if I did, about to do it again. Because everything that glitters is not gold. And I just, we're going to start with Ebony K again. And I'm going to precursor with Ebony K. I have no problem with the fact that Ebony K does not have a desire to date a bus driver. If she has no problem with it. But if you are one that pays any attention to body language and unspoken communication, all that you have to do is go and take a look at any one of the many videos that you will see out there if you just plug it in. Plug in her name, it's gonna come up. Plug it in on YouTube, Ebony K. Williams. I think that's her last name, Williams. You can plug in Ebony K, it's gonna come up. It was the body language. It's a YouTuber I had never watched before. I just wanted to check out and see what his was talking about because Kim Whitley spoke on it. And when he spoke on it, because he was reacting to Kim Whitley, he was reacting to Kim Whitley's opinion about it. And when he spoke on it, he mentioned her demeanor. What is her demeanor except for body? You see my demeanor. That's part of my body language because it be the body language for me. I said it. I don't think I did cut that video because I showed the video of her and Ayanna speaking. And when Ayanna asked the question, and my thought process is, you said you dated across the board, so if you dated across the board means across the board. What happened across the board? And you said across the board, I think of age and color line. So what happened across the board? Because across the board, you definitely become the common denominator. Go glitter. You become the common denominator. Number one. So maybe I should go and find the rest of the video. You out here combating off of the clip. It's getting you likes and views and all that good stuff. So clip good enough for you, clip good enough for me. You become the common denominator across the board. And then from the time that the question was asked, you went from a very relaxed state to not so much. It became very well, if you're on the bus, if you're on the bus. I mean, what did Ayala do but ask the question? And then when she gave her response, everybody just wanted to jump on her being old instead of allowing it to be a character thing. I just tend to say that everybody that said that she was old. Ebony's about to be 40. So we are kind of in the same generation. And I tend to say that what Ayala said was character more than anything. I'm going to read you something. We talked about that dirt. I just posted the dirty ring video. We talked about that gold ring, gold glitter in the pigs now. 127. The modest woman. I told y'all we can skip the clothing. Her society. Miss K would fit the clothing part of modest. But it'd be the body language and then everything that came out. The second conversation that was, I guess, defending the fact that she was not bashing blue collar workers. Everything became so tense and directed. Everything became so directed and tense. And then there was the Breakfast Club. I don't even watch the Breakfast Club. I've never subscribed to the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is just one of those podcasts that are just going to show up on your timeline regardless because they're big guys. I don't have to be on the big guys. I don't have to be where the masses lie. I don't have to. Some would say that about me because I watched Tasha K. Tasha K ain't where the masses lie. The masses didn't start knowing about Tasha K until she put herself out there with Cardi B. I've been watching Tasha K for a little bit. I says all that to say, oh my goodness, I went to watch The Breakfast Club because of how they talked about how her encounter with DJ Envy was and how she overtalked him. I'm like, well, let me go, gotta go and try to give the benefit of the doubt and all of this. And I watched while DJ Envy sat very respectfully every time. And still, when it should have been his turn to speak, Charlamagne said, let her go. You know we live in the capping for women society. Charlamagne said, let her go. And DJ Envy still let her go. And she still did some cutting off after that. And a whole lot of talking around situations. Like, it be the talking around, like the fast talking that make you seem like you talking about something and answering questions. You don't be really answering questions. You just be bouncing around subjects. You be bouncing, bouncing, bouncing around the subjects. Stop bouncing. Just answer the question. That's all I said from the beginning. All the question took was a simple no. I ain't dating no bus driver. Because Ayala didn't ask you if you would date the owner of the bus. She asked you if you date a bus driver. Everything became a defense. Were you a defense attorney? I didn't look up to see what type of attorney you were. I'm just asking. Sorry, Angela. In my Angela Stanton King voice. So, enough about that gold glitter. Let's move on to the next gold glitter. Oh, so you can't mute that TV? When you mute that joker, it go off? Okay. Well, for the next gold glitter, save that. I think I'm gonna save that religious one for last. So let's talk about the strawberry letter, because sometimes I like to talk about the strawberry letter, because sometimes me and Steve, we be right. Chill, buddy. I'm not a big, great Steve Harvey fan. You know, and the crazy thing is, a lot of the people that I am not so much fans of now, I have been fans of in the past. I used to watch old things. Sometimes you grow, you see different things, and you take different paths. I have no qualms with Steve Harvey. I'm just not a big Steve Harvey fan any longer. However, where there's agreements, there is agreements. One thing for sure, and two things for certain. You can't knock it where you agree. So I was not really listening to the strawberry letter today. All that I heard was, I think I heard the woman say, do you think he is a trip or something like that? Do you think he a trip? And then Shirley, is that her name? Shirley Strawberry or whoever, whatever her name is to be reading the letter. She was like, no, I think you a trip. So I'm thinking it's the man and his wife. I'm thinking the wife is asking for some reason, whatever reason, is her husband a trip, and um, Strawberry is saying, no, baby, you a trip. Okay? Because then they had to take a break. And when they came back from the break, that's when Steve was ready to give his turn on it. And when Steve was ready to give his turn on it, then they went back and they read the letter again. I'm not reading. I have no clue why I have those on. Sometimes it just happens. They went back and they read the letter again. When I told my baby girl about this, I had to tell her a couple of times because I want filling in some blanks. Welcome, 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 y'all. Like, share, and subscribe. Please, and thank you. I want filling in some blanks. So, this wasn't the wife. This was the husband's best friend. Husband's best friend is asking, is the husband full of ish? Baby girl said, is the husband's best friend a girl? Mm-hmm. Not only is the husband's best friend a girl, the husband's best friend is a pregnant girl. Plot thickens. Oh, plots always thicken. Hold nobody on pedestals. I done told y'all, don't hold me on no pedestal. God don't put me on no pedestal. I don't need people to ever put me on no pedestal. Husband's best friend, pregnant girl. Husband, best friend, pregnant girl, wife. Husband, best friend, pregnant girl, wife. Wife think that that's the ex-boyfriend, baby. Husband, husband and pregnant best friend been 10 friends. I can't even get it out good, y'all. That's how tired I am. Husband and best friend been friends for 10 years with benefits. I told y'all plot's thinking. Husband and best friend been friends for 10 years with benefits. Best friend pregnant. Best friend asking his husband a trip. Now best friend want to get serious. Now best friend want husband to go tell wife what that he leaving on the next train. Don't know when he'll be back again. Are you serious? You ask what's husband tripping? Mer, Gersh, Becky, come on, baby. Are you serious right now? Oh, Lord. Mm. All's that I said when Steve read his part is baby's covered out ears. You're gonna be hoping that you still have your head. That part. What is up with the gold glitter? What is up with the gold glitter? Like, that would be the very reason that wives will have a problem with their husbands having best friends that are female. And the fact that somewhere in there you find yourself as right. And I ain't even talking about his responsibility because I promise you I am A1 number one. He is responsible to his wife. But you, baby, you done came and sat up in that lady face for 10 whole years and smiled in it as a friend. How many years? You smiled in her face. I can't even begin to imagine where the audacity comes that you could possibly ask the question, is he a jerk about what? Because one thing for sure and two things for certain, you not only knew about his wife going in, but you smiled in her face every chance you got. While you were doing things and stuff with her husband. Glittering gold for me. Oils down in the dirt. Oils that gold ring down in the dirt. Y'all be the ones that be questioning the men. Y'all be the ones. Y'all be the ones. And then, okay, no, because I gotta read for you. I gotta read for you that we're supposed to be reading like a few reads ago, like it's been a few lives ago. So I'm gonna put my glasses on for a minute, because one thing for sure and two things for certain. Oh yeah, we gonna read this. Well, we gonna read this, because it be the gold glittering for me. Like my word. We gonna read it before the next story, because the next story is gonna talk about this. I screenshot about this. And there's something it's associated with the number 127. If you go plug it in into Google, in Strong's Exhaustive Concordance, you'll see it. And like I said, I can get you the angel numbers. I have done the angel number of 127 on the platform before. Right now, the God told me to concentrate on this part. Do not misunderstand and think of this passage as absolutely forbidding women to wear comely ornaments. Comely ornaments, jewelry, makeup, cute clothing. Don't get it twisted. That's not what the God is saying. The God ain't telling you don't wear makeup. The God ain't telling you don't wear jewelry. The God ain't telling you don't wear cute clothing. Nope. It's not what the God is saying. So anybody that's trying to tell you that that is what the God is saying is not telling you the truth. So let's start there. And then let's move on and see what the God is saying. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting the hair and of wearing gold or putting on apparel, but let it be the hidden man of the heart, in which is not corruptible. Why? Because your jewelry can break and your makeup has got to come off. And I know y'all be hearing these men. And look, I will take it back to Connie Chung. When Connie Chung came on that news, and that was oh so long ago, we talking Maury Povich's wife. When she came on that news, she did because people thought that she had plastic surgery because of her makeup. She wanted to show people the process. So she showed you the process. And I tell you, I still don't. I'm gonna mess with the contour. But my daughter threw me off when she put the contour on me. My daughter put the contour on all of this nostrils, all of it, and had it looking just like that. That is too much nose on all of this face to ever be looking like that. That face needs nose. So you can't contour it like that. You have to be careful where you're doing that stuff because this, look at here, look at here. I am a cosmetologist from the old school, so I've been doing makeup and hair and all of that. I've been doing hair since I was a teenager. I've been doing makeup probably since I was an older teenager. I've been doing hair since I was a teenager. So I've been there. You know what I'm saying? I like makeup. I like it. Even though me and the God is having some challenges over the fact that I'm supposed to be in it when I come on this platform. You know, this persona. Not to get it twisted with letting it become the mirror or the mask. I mean, excuse me, the mask, because the mirror see me. I see the mask. We see the mask, the mirror see us. Um, but let it be the hidden man. The hidden man is talking about your character. All of the rest of that stuff, it can go away. Your clothing. You ain't promised to have your clothes. You ain't promised to have your outward looks, your character. And let me do you one better on those outward looks. I'm going to keep saying, you behold you first. So what society thinks of you is only affecting you if that's what you think of you too. If you think of you what society thinks of you, then that you are affected by society's thought process. But if you behold you and understand that beautiful, I just want you to know you're my favorite girl. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, let's see here. Even the ornament of a meek and a quiet spirit. And let me tell you something about that. This is the season of finding balance because my other one, other favorite is, her said her has been meek all her life. Sounds something different. Balance. Duality, as the night and day guys can say. Masculine, feminine energy. coming into knowing your full and complete self. That's the only way that we command rooms. That's the only way we rise up to the highest God powers in our minds, baby. Only way. Now, if your spirit ain't meek or quiet, you want to think about working on that part. God had to God had to meek me down and had to open up my spirit at the same time. God, look, D-God knows what D-God does. Perfect at it. Which is in the meek and quiet spirit, which is in the sight of God of great price. Now notice that if we were to understand the spirit of God is forbidding women to do up their hair neatly or forbidding them to wear occasional ornaments of gold, then he is also forbidding the putting on of apparel. And the unfortunate thing is that too many women seem inclined to take the latter part literally. Did you get that? If God's saying that you can't do the makeup or nothing like that, then he's saying that you ain't supposed to put no clothes on, which this is where we get the part about this being about clothes. Ooh, I got that. I'm throwing it. I'm throwing it to be caught. It's about character. But I said that your character is going to decipher. Your character, I would say, would begin to decipher. I had my baby looking up, and my baby is the one. My baby is the one that bring me to the balance of learning how to allow people to be themselves. But when I threw that thing out there about that lad, whew, I had my baby just sitting back thinking about some things. That's all. Sylvie always only just wants you to ponder. That's all. All right. All that the God wants is that you not depend on any of it for your judgment. And that's all I've ever said. If you out there dressing a certain way because you think that it's going to gather you a good old man, it's going to gather you some attention. How wanted that attention is going to be, you put the clothes on, not me. You can't get mad. One thing I would never say is that anything that would infringe on your rights physically, so no bueno. But as far as feeling like that same type of dress is going to get you a good man, on the flip side, no bueno. A woman might have her hair put up ever so beautifully, be arrayed in the loveliest, costliest kind of gown, and decorated with the most beautiful ornaments, but have a hard, cold, unforgiving, vain, unchristian spirit. And so her outward adornment would count for nothing. The real adornment is that which springs from a heart in subjection to the Holy Spirit of God. And with that being said, that pig and that gold ring in that pig snout, I thought this was a good, it's Proverbs 11:22. And I thought this was a good, I don't even know what version it is. Like a gold ring in a pig snout, a beautiful face on an empty head. Where there is no character, there is an empty head. I heard that name used to be called bimbos and things. I'm just saying, giving it the name empty head, a name. Because that's going to bring us to the very last person that we're going to speak about. And that would be Lori Vallow Daybell. Now I'm going to read really quickly where I connected Lori Vallow Daybell with what I just read. And then I'm going to go back and discuss with you who she is. In previous photos and mugshots, Vallow, who participated in beauty pageants years ago, can be seen smiling at photography hairstyles and makeup. She looked real pretty in her mugshots. Her hair was done. She was camera ready for her mugshots. Lori Vallow was just found guilty of 2 counts of first-degree murder by an Idaho jury on Friday for killing 7-year-old, for deleting, 7-year-old JJ Vallow and 17-year-old Tylee Ryan. That was in September of 2019. 3 counts of conspiracy to delete JJ, Tylee, and her husband's first wife, Tammy Daybell. She was also found guilty of grand theft for stealing her children's Social Security benefits after their deletion. Later on down in the article, it says that her lawyers were trying to blame her husband. He separated his trial. His, I don't think, has started as of yet. If this woman is guilty of these things and you are attempting to blame the husband, that again, my dear hearts, is capping for women. No bueno. Hello, beautiful. Mother's Day was yesterday. And I got some nuggets. But the major nugget that I got, oh man, I thought that was in my phone, but it's not. I was trying to get the exact name of that sermon. But it's basically talking about women being the real MVPs. Like, we are there, beautiful. We are the ones. We put the imprint, whether good or bad. And that's what it said, that Lori and her husband spoke about people being able to have light and dark spirits. That's not the truth. That's not the truth. That sermon yesterday, it spoke about mothers. Whether your experience with your mother was a good or a bad one, beautiful. It shaped you. And if you can hear me, it means you're here, which means that there is purpose. So what do you do with that shaping, beautiful? Where do you go? Where do you take it? Like, do you got it? Or do it got you? Because I would love to believe that you got it, beautiful. I believe you got it. All right? Sylvie, love you, baby. And I am out.